Thank you and welcome all. I am Queensborough President Donovan Richards, and I want to thank all of the employers, I said employees, employers who are here, but I want to thank my employees for putting this together. So I want to thank Sharon Anderson and the amazing staff here at Borough Hall for making this monthly virtual fair work, recruitment fair. So thank you all for joining us. We're going to continue these events on the third Thursday of each month through June. So mark your calendars, all right? Third Thursday each month all the way through June. I welcome the businesses and our workforce development and nonprofit partners who have joined us to provide job opportunities at our area's 3 airports and positions in communities areas such as human services, security, retail, healthcare, sales, finance, and more. So I hope all of you tuning in today get some information that is helpful to you. As you know, this program runs from 2 to 3 p.m. and then Q&A follows from 3 to 3:30. I want to thank the 14 organizations that have joined us on the platform today, including the Queens Chamber of Commerce. So I had a good time yesterday celebrating a scaled down St. Patty's Day with Tom Grech, a leading and foundational organization in Queens, and one that we can count on and partner on for all things relevant to businesses and the economy in Queens. So thank you. Also want to thank Building Skills New York, who is here. That has opportunities on construction sites across the city. And Turning Point for Women and Families, an important resource for women. Welcome. I thank you for your partnership. That is even more vital as we continue to work through this pandemic to rebuild our economy, especially right here in Queens. Just a brief update on where we're at on unemployment in Queens. Our rate in the fourth quarter of 2020 is hovering at about 10.7%. Our hope is to close the unemployment gap by helping to provide an assortment of open positions and services beyond. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my staff to run this. I think I have my Chief of Staff, Frank Joseph, on, so he will get through the rest of this program so I could go finish doing the rest of the People's Business of Queens, which is certainly going to be some more development projects coming up in Queens, and we want to make sure we're navigating those opportunities and securing job opportunities. And I'll close by saying we just closed on a big deal with Congressman Gregory Meeks and the mayor for some more jobs at Terminal 1 at JFK. So we're very excited about this project because we're anticipating about 20,000 jobs that will come into the Queens area because of this specific development. And there are a lot more other things going on around Queens. So we look forward to continuing to work with all of you. And I want to thank all of the organizations and companies on today. Once again, thank you for taking time out. And I would be remiss to not thank PIX11, PIX11 for partnering with us as well on these virtual job fairs monthly. So thank you all. And you're in good hands with my Chief of Staff, Frank Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Borough President, and thank you to all of those who have come, searching the candidates, searching for employment, and also thank you to all of the employers who are here working to ensure that here in Queens, we are making sure that families have opportunities to employment. So without further ado, I'm gonna call up the first person that we have with us, Brittany Keys, who is Director of Talent Acquisition at CAMBA Inc. Opportunities, and we're going to be looking at career opportunities with security guards, residential aides, shift supervisory, maintenance, and a bunch of others. So without further ado, Brittany Keys.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much to the Queensborough President's Office for hosting the recruitment event today. I'm happy to be here to speak about CAMBA and our open career opportunities. So CAMBA is a nonprofit organization that started in Brooklyn over 40 years ago. And since then, we have grown to over 100 different sites in all 5 boroughs of New York City. We offer different community and social services programs. So we have programs in homelessness prevention, supportive and transitional housing, family and parenting support, summer and after school programs for youth. So a lot of great work going on across the city. And this afternoon, I wanted to highlight a few specific positions that, that we are actively recruiting for. So first, in one of our scattered site housing sites in Jamaica, Queens, we're seeking an assistant program manager. So for that position, we are requiring a licensure as an LMSW, an LCSW, or LMHC. I know we've had a lot of social workers attend these fairs in the past. So if you are one of those licensures or are actively getting one of those licenses, you would be qualified for this position. It is a supervisory position, but if you don't have supervision experience, we can work with that too. In terms of social services, we have open case manager and social work positions at sites in all 5 boroughs right now, so including Queens. For case manager positions, we typically see candidates who have a bachelor's degree or equivalent case management experience. For social work positions, we have that position posted as social worker or client care coordinator on our website. And we do hire new MSW grads who are not yet licensed into that positions as well. We have case manager and social work positions open in several of our programs, including our housing programs, homelessness prevention, and family support programs. On the administrative side, a couple of the positions I wanted to mention this afternoon are a bookkeeper position. So we have a bookkeeper position open in our finance department. So for that position, we're seeking high school diploma or GED and 1 to 2 years of bookkeeping or nonprofit accounting experience. This position does require candidates to be on site in one of our locations in Brooklyn. And another administrative position we have open is a technical support specialist. So that's another position that's based in office at one of our Brooklyn locations and would require flexibility to travel to different sites. So if you have experience in IT technical support, a bachelor's or associates in computer science and A+ certification, those all meet the qualifications of that position. So this is just a snapshot of our open positions. I do encourage you to check out our full list of job openings at CAMBA.org. I will mention too that CAMBA offers a comprehensive benefits package, including health insurance, dental insurance, retirement plan, including an employer match, paid time off. And we really prioritize promoting from within. So it's not uncommon to see, to meet staff at CAMBA who started in one position and then have grown to other parts of the agency and have been with us for 10, 20 years. So it's definitely a great place to grow and to root your career. So again, please visit CAMBA.org. We'll make sure that I send that out in the chat, and then candidates can send resumes to submit resumes at CAMBA.org. And if you attended the event today, please mention that in your email. We would love to meet you. So thank you again for having us, and I hope everyone stays safe and well.
Awesome. Thank you so very much, Brittany. Next up, we have Calvin Edwards, who's a senior recruiter at Building Skills New York. Calvin?
Yes, thank you for the introduction. I'd like to thank the Queensborough President's Office for hosting this event. Also thank President Donovan Richards for including my organization. My name is Calvin Edwards. I'm the senior recruiter at Building Skills New York. Building Skills New York is a nonprofit, is a nonprofit organization designed to help New York City residents find careers in construction. This includes trades, including electrical, plumbing, masonry, and also carpentry. We're basically looking to hire local residents to work on local job sites. We currently have job opportunities in Far Rockaway, Jamaica, Long Island City, and Masbeth, but we also work in all the other boroughs in New York City. So in general, what we look for is we look for people, it could be as entry level as a general laborer. That type of person will be doing site cleanup, helping other trades, identifying safety issues, and loading and unloading trucks, and also possibly flagging. If you are looking to be a helper in a particular trade, such as carpentry, electrical, plumbing, masonry, we do have opportunities there as well. And also, if you have further skills in those trades, we could get you a job at a higher level. We also look for construction security and construction administration people. So those are people who are working still on a job site in construction. So you still need to have your full hard hat and your PPE, but also be expected to work around those type of environments. So you have to be okay with, not say unsafe particular situations, but be okay with that open environment, open buildings. And obviously, if you're doing security, you're working directly there on site. So as a whole, what type of workers do we look for? We look for people who understand and have the ability to do the work. It is physical. So you have to be okay with going outside every single day, doing heavy lifting, working in a trade, working with random people, and also in different areas. So you also have to be comfortable and be reliable. Construction definitely falls down to scheduling. And so if you're not able to show up on time, you're not able to be there for 8 hours or longer, it's not gonna work for us. We definitely need people who are definitely job ready and understand that they could be there on time. And also you have to have compatibility with the industry, because the construction industry is definitely not the same typical type of industry. So we want people who understand what they're getting into. All of our work starts at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. So you have to be okay with being on site at that time. So it's not like traveling there, you're on your way. You have to be there on site at 6:30. And that's one of the most valuable things for any of our workers to have. But overall, we're just looking for people to contribute to the city, help with the local rebuilding efforts to make a difference in our own community. So as far as just basic requirements, and these are not just deterrents for anyone, but definitely things that we have to have out of certain people. You have to be over the age of 18, a New York City resident, eligible to work in the United States. You also have to have an OSHA 30 card in construction and an OSHA site safety training in construction. If you do not have these cards, we are able to help you get it. We do have resources to where they are free to all New York City residents. So you can definitely reach out to us and let us know, and we can help you with that. We also need to have people with an updated resume, just so we know exactly your work history and where you worked at. That could be off the books experience. I always say that's between you and the IRS. We really want to just know what you could do, and definitely is very common in construction. So definitely let us know that, your job title and your details. Also, one of the main requirements is having access to personal protective equipment. That includes, which I brought with me, you need a hard hat to work in construction. You need a reflective safety vest. You also need goggles, gloves, and a mask, and also work boots. I brought all those just to kind of show you, to let you know that these are requirements that come with the job. Getting in construction is not gonna say per se easy, but it is something that you can get into if you have the right attitude and you're ready to work. So just in general, the benefits of working with my company is that we actually work with over, I would say, well over 200 different employers inside New York City. We hire basically for the developers all the way down to the subcontractors on our job sites. So we have fast track employment for all workers. These are full-time permanent job opportunities where you can jump into and start working immediately. There's usually not much background checks or anything like that. So if you have the attitude, you're ready to work, this is an opportunity we could just jump into. Literally, you can interview with us on a Tuesday and start working on Wednesday. Also, benefits of working with building skills is that we offer retention services where we help follow up with our candidates and make sure that they're actually progressing in construction. That goes down to having checking your career paths, making sure that if you want to be a carpenter, that you're actually progressing and going into that. Also, if there's wage increases at your certain milestones, say it's at 90 days, 90 days, 6 months, we basically follow with the employers, check your pay stubs, making sure that you're being treated fairly and getting the fair wage. We also offer additional services and training, which could be for you getting your OSHA 30 card, a site safety certificate, flagging, and we also just started doing a nationally recognized training in electrical, plumbing, and in HVAC. So if you're interested, definitely let us know, because we also, like I said, are willing to train people to get into construction. So in general, how do you apply? I always say that it's best to just contact me directly. As you see, I'm always on job sites, always working. I can be reached by phone at 516-690-6678, and that's 516-690-6678. It's best that you either call me or text me. Also do via email at cedwards@buildingskillsny.org. But if those people who just want to kind of see things, you could definitely go to our website. We have our application there at buildingskillsny.org/job application. So once you've applied, we basically will invite you to our next virtual recruitment event. We hold events every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 a.m. via Zoom. So if you are interested, contact me, and I definitely look forward to speaking with everybody who's interested in working in construction. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Calvin. I know normally we do Q&A at the end, but I just had a question, so I'm curious. So my team forgives me. So
No problem.
I know there's a lot of equipment needed. If someone doesn't have those equipment or they're not able to get those equipment, are there any initiatives or programs that can help them get equipment?
Yes, exactly. So if you don't have like your hard hat between our organization and other local organizations that we work with, we are able to help you get your PPE. But we just always want everybody to know that you can't start working without it, just for safety reasons. So yet again, I don't want you to feel like if you don't have it, not apply. It's something that we are able to work with, and we do expect to see entry-level people who may not have certain certifications or equipment. So we are willing to work with you.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
And next we have my very good friend, like a brother to me, Tom Grech, president of the Queens Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, thank you so much for the kind invitation and the wonderful greeting. Frank, it's so good to see you in the office there. Look like you're in command of the office there with the television in the one corner and all the other stuff. You look great, by the way. I hope you and your family are well. Indeed, a pleasure and an honor to be on this event. We started off early in this process under BP Lee before BP Donovan Richards took over, and we were thrilled to talk to our friends at Watchguard 24/7. John Rafferty is a member and a good friend, and we turned Watchguard on to the folks like Sharon Anderson and others because of all the opportunities in security. We also talked to the folks at Queens Center for Progress, Wendy Faf-Gennaro as well, and they're now part of this as well. So the Chamber's been around for 110 years. We are old, but we are by no means stodgy, as you can attest by the 320 events that we had in 2020. When it comes to jobs, we get requests all the time, and we've started putting many of those things on our website, which I'll put into the queue in a moment. We started out with an internship connection, and we've hired a lot of interns over the course of time in a variety of industries. I will tell you right now that the infusion of that funding from the federal government is really a great, and I hate to use this expression, but it's a great shot in the arm, as they say, right? So it's a good thing across the board. Airport projects are going to be refunded. The Port Authority got some funding. The MTA got some funding, and I think you're going to see a big push for hiring across the borough. The JFK redevelopment group, of which Borough President Richards and Congressman Greg Meeks are co-chairs of, has become reinvigorated because of that situation. There will be thousands of jobs there. There was just an announcement this week that the FAA has finished its final review of the LaGuardia Air Train, of which I happily serve as one of the co-chairs. That's hopefully going to be approved shortly with shovels in the ground in June of 2021. So while we lost a year, and I will tell you, we literally lost a year. We lost thousands of lives, hundreds of businesses. I think that you're going to see at the end of the first half of the year, starting around, I don't know, the middle of June to the beginning of July, what we call in business a hockey stick, a big spike in growth, not only across our borough, but our city, our state, and our country. And I just want to make one more plug for all of those that work and toil every single day. You know, during the beginning of the pandemic, I vividly remember, and many days I miss, the banging on the pots and pans at 7 o'clock at night. You guys remember that, right? Our viewers and our fellow panelists. That was always a heartwarming thing to see happen, right? People thanked the EMS, the FDNY, the NYPD, the doctors and nurses all over the place. And they were and still are heroes and essential workers. But I will tell you, the workers that lost their jobs. I'm happy to report that now unemployment has dropped from a city high of about 20% to about 10%. Those people that are employed, that are looking for jobs, they are our essential workers. They are our everyday heroes. If you got to pay the rent, you got to pay the mortgage, you got to put, the old school term is put bread on the table to your family and to those around you, you are an essential worker. So the Queen's Chamber would love to support every one of the groups on this program today. Send us in the link box information about jobs you want to post. We have a 20,000 opt-in email list that I would be honored and happy to share job opportunities with throughout the great county of Queens. And again, my hat is off to Borough President Donovan Richards. He is taking to this job like a fish to water. We're honored to have him, and having Frank Joseph in there as well is a wonderful, wonderful achievement for not only him, but a great opportunity for our borough. So I thank you all for this, and we'll stay in touch.
Thank you very much, Tom, and that was very kind of you. I definitely appreciate it. Next up, we have Anika Saeed, who is the Outreach Coordinator for Turning Point for Women and Families.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Queensborough President, for inviting Turning Point today. My name is Anika Saeed, and I'm the Outreach Coordinator at Turning Point for Women and Families. We're also a fellow Immigration Task Force member and Queens General Assembly member, so I just want to share that with everyone. So Turning Point was founded in 2004 by our Executive Director, Rabina Niaz. It is the first nonprofit to directly address domestic violence in New York City's Muslim community. Turning Point's mission is to help Muslim women and girls affected by domestic violence empower themselves and transform their lives through a wide range of culturally competent and religiously sensitive services. So women and girls who are affected by domestic violence, we try to provide them safety and self-sufficiency. To date, we have served thousands of women, adolescent girls, and children and raised awareness of domestic violence in our community. So our DV program includes free and confidential counseling, crisis intervention, case management, support groups, safety planning, and referral services for women over the age of 18. We focus on issues stemming from domestic violence, child safety, immigration, housing, food insecurity, poverty, the aftermath of 9/11, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Most recently, Turning Point launched our New Beginnings Transitional Housing Project funded by OVW, which offers short-term rental assistance to survivors. Our youth program provides a safe space for Muslim girls and young women ages 13 to 20 to come together and build leadership skills through a weekly youth group, annual Young Women's Leadership Workshop Series, and anti-bullying workshops. We then offer weekly ESL classes to help senior women over the age of 60 prepare for the US citizenship exam and provide emotional support through elder abuse counseling as needed. So at this time, we have 3 available positions open within our small but mighty team, 2 domestic violence advocate/counselor roles, and 1 housing program coordinator position. So as a DV advocate or counselor, you will report directly to the DV program director and complete intakes, assist clients, and kind of advocate for survivors through legal immigration referrals. And as a housing project coordinator, you will facilitate our transitional housing program, as well as complete intakes, assist client rental needs, and provide financial literacy counseling. So all of these positions require a bachelor's degree and 2 years of related experience. These are entry-level roles where salary is commensurate with experience. We try to ensure culturally competent services to all of our survivors. So if you're conversational in Bangla or Urdu, that is highly preferred. Year-round, we also offer internships for MSW students, college students, and volunteer opportunities to the community at large. All of our services are virtual, but staff and interns are required to come in person following COVID-19 safety and social distance protocol. Our office location is confidential, but we are in Queens. And once you've indicated interest, we are able to sign a confidentiality agreement and disclose that. The pandemic has also left a huge gap in services for survivors of domestic violence. So our survivors definitely need your help through direct services and housing assistance. So we'd love for you to join our team today by applying through our website at tpny.org. We also host events, educational awareness campaigns, training workshops to raise awareness of the impact of domestic violence. So you may contact me directly, and I'll put it in the chat as well, at asayed, ASAYED, at tpny.org if your organization wishes to learn more about serving survivors of domestic violence in New York City. Our domestic violence helpline is 550-3586. It's operated Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thank you so much for having us.
Awesome. Thank you so very much, Anika, and really appreciate the work that Turning Point is doing. Next up, we have Catherine de la Isla, job developer at Common Point.
Hello, Frank. Thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you to Borough President Richards for organizing this, and Shern, who's been great through this whole thing. This is my first event, so thanks for having me. But our organization has been here from, I believe, from the beginning of this event. So I'm with Common Point Queens, and we are a social services organization, a nonprofit. And we provide, family, youth, and senior services, but my division in particular is the employment hub. And we've just opened in 2020, we opened a new location in Elmhurst, Queens. And it is centered around really supporting people through the employment process. We really look at people holistically. So we're looking at them as an individual, whether they are entry level and coming in and maybe need some training, vocational training, or they may have a master's degree and they need to go right into job placement. So maybe we'll help them with some mock interviews, and maybe sprucing up their resume, and maybe even possibly moving into another direction, looking at their soft skills. Yeah. So we primarily focus on job placement assistance, work readiness, skills training, career counseling, vocational training, and we also have support services. And I think that's very important. We have a digital pantry, which is a wonderful option because we're really addressing kind of food waste issues in that situation. People can pick what it is that they actually would like to have in their box, and then they can come and pick it up conveniently. And then we connect people with other social services that they might need as well, if that is where they are at the moment. So we really like to think that we're looking at people holistically. So my position there is a job developer. So my job is to develop and maintain strategic partnerships with employers and make sure that we're getting you good people. So my team is helping with staffing from the resources that we have from our employment coordinators that are bringing people in and doing the evaluations. So just to talk about maybe a few of the job leads that we have right now, again, we're very varied. So we have a lot of different things coming in. We have, for more seasoned professionals, we have a senior planning assistant position open. This is in Manhattan. And that person would be administrative support for the director of 3 departments. Network department, and impact performance and assessment department, and a caring department. So I guess that's 4. And then we have a campaign manager. So this is more for a communications person. So that person's job is primarily responsible for all aspects of the staff supervision and the staff development on their team with regard to campaign planning. We have a planning coordinator. And in this position, this person will support the efforts and special projects, and also have administrative functions for the leadership engagement department and the government and external relations department with UJA, which is one of our major funders at Common Point. And then for mid-level, internally at Common Point Queens, we have a lot of social worker and case manager positions open, and that's both in youth and senior and in the senior fields. And then also in mid-level, we also have stuff in the hotel industry, which is wonderful to know that things are starting to open up. I know for a while, that kind of slowed down for some areas. So some of the things that are available are a guest service agent. And that would be a person who handles check-in and the basic front desk responsibilities. There are also engineers, and that person would be checking elevators, light repairs, maintaining TV boxes, things of that type. And then for entry level, we have, these positions are great for like high school seniors and college students. We have part-time immediately. We have some part-time after school and camp positions coming up. Those are about $15 an hour. And we're actually having a career fair. So you can just go onto our website, which I'll mention at the end, and you can get some information about our career fairs there. and be redirected. And we also have some sleepaway camp positions. That one is a little bit more varied. You could be a college student or a senior, or maybe, you know, it might be somebody who is more of a domestic worker. We need some maintenance people as well, and security. And those are overnight positions. They're trying to create kind of like a bubble for the camp. So you would actually stay there for the entire kind of camp season. For the 8 weeks. And they do have wonderful opportunities where you could bring your children with you. So this is a great opportunity for somebody who may be in between jobs and they love to send their kid to camp, but they couldn't do it. So they are making arrangements for things like that. So that's nice to know. And then also, we also have some companion care for seniors opening up. There's no licensing required for that. That's just basically keeping them company, bringing them, helping them at doctor's appointments, maybe fixing up or heating up some meals for them, making sure that, you know, they can get into the, you know, the shower or whatever it is. So nothing is required. They wouldn't be kind of interacting on like a home health aid level. It's more of just like basic kind of like a companionship. So we have all of that and more available. Thank you so much for giving us the time and the platform to share these resources with everyone. We hope to engage with all of you guys and partner with you guys in some regard, because I think we overlap in many areas. And you can again find our website at commonpointqueens.org for my division. You just click on Employment Hub, and there you can find like a little button there just to click on, and you can just, it'll say get started now. And if you're a client and you want to get started, it's a little bit of a kind of a survey. So maybe you can set up for a virtual orientation. And then if you want to partner with us, there are other buttons that you can click on to see how you can engage. Yeah, so we're really excited to be here again. And thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Catherine. That was very informative. Next up, we have Verdia Noel, who's Director of Business Development for the Council for Airport Opportunity. Verdia?
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon. Thank you to Borough President Donovan Richards and Sharon, and to you, Frank, for your inviting us out to participate again in what is one of the largest. We're excited because we've got one of the largest recruitment efforts ongoing now, even though there's a huge pandemic out there. So the airports are always growing and they're always expanding. And we've got some great opportunities coming up, as was mentioned just a few minutes ago by the Borough President himself. But I'd like to talk a little bit about CAO for those who may be watching today, who may not know who we are. It is a nonprofit organization created in 1972 by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey and its airline partners. And the mission of the organization is to identify and address the critical employment needs in the communities surrounding the New York and New Jersey airports, while at the same time responding to the hiring needs of the airport attendants and the aviation industry. And to that end, we are uniquely designed to provide free services to anyone who reaches out to us and that we engage with and provide services for. Currently, we offer weekly job readiness webinars. Those webinars and that information is found on our website, which is I will put in the chat. You can find it at www.caonynj.com if you were searching the internet. And that would tell you the days that those types of job readiness webinars are available. And it's just another way of preparing those of you who may not know what some of the jobs are and how to get involved. This will lead you the way. So let's get started. Some of the positions that we're currently recruiting for at JFK continue along the lines of security. So we have security officers, security guards, security screeners. There's an opportunity for security supervisors. So there's a career ladder here for those who have experience. And then there's an opportunity for you if you're just starting out as a guard with your 8 and 16 hours training certificates and your security guard license. We also have a number of positions in the cargo warehouse areas. We need cargo warehouse agents, cargo warehouse office agents, ramp agents. There is a need for aircraft fuelers. And we have a number of CDL driver positions available, food service, catering supervisors, site leads. We have a need for maintenance mechanics, GSE and diesel mechanics. If there's anybody out there who has that ability, we'd certainly like to talk with you. And there are positions for senior accounts and an administrative assistant. That's JFK. Additionally, least I not forget, there is a number of positions coming down the pike. In the very next few days, we'll have interviews being conducted for food service positions, quite a number of them. We look forward to anyone who has experience along the lines of cook, chef, servers, and those kinds of jobs. So you'll find those positions on our website. We're happy to talk about them because it again adds another number of positions to our growing job opportunity base. In LaGuardia, we're also looking for CDL drivers, crew members, team members. These are food service workers, but you're working in restaurants in LaGuardia. It's much like what we're talking about happening at JFK. Security guards and snow removing. Now, we are still working remotely. We've been working virtually and remote since the pandemic. However, we're offering full services to anyone who registers with us. We do the screening virtually, and we do the referrals and the connections to the employers virtually. We welcome you to reach out to CAO, and our account managers are waiting to hear from you. The individuals who are hired need to be 18 years and older. The airport tenants and facilities do offer follow the CDC guidelines and offer personal protection equipment. At Newark Airport, there are also openings for part-time passenger service agent, cargo warehouse agent, again, food service, and security guards. So a number of positions. Contact us, if you will, at 718-523-7100. If you call that number, you would be connected to an account manager. If you register on our website, you would go to www.caonynj.com. You'll find you can navigate actually to whatever airport you're interested, whether it's JFK, LaGuardia, or Newark, and select the airport and take a look at the positions that are listed. We welcome you. We look forward to hearing from you. And thank you again to the Borough President's team, all of you, for inviting us here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Verdia. We appreciate your presence here. Next up, we have Nancy Conopol, who's the Senior Community Relations Manager for Workforce One Career Center. Nancy?
Hi, thank you so much for having me again. I think we've done all the recruitment fairs so far. They've all been great and fruitful, so thank you so much. I'm just going to say a few words about Workforce One and then just go over a couple of the jobs. Workforce One prepares and helps New Yorkers to find jobs by connecting job seekers to employers throughout the city that have available positions, by developing job search skills with providing resume and interviewing workshops, and training local residents to acquire skills in growing fields. As of now, all our services are virtual, but still ongoing. I'm just going to go through a few of our many positions we have. Right now, we are seeking to fill tax preparers for Queens. For this, you need 3 years of accounting or bookkeeping experience. Bilingual Mandarin is preferred, but not required. We are also looking for bilingual customer service reps for a health insurance company. You would be translating in different languages. We have about 10 languages they're looking for, including Russian, Creole, Korean, Albanian, and more. We also are looking for marketing reps and sales account executives for Metro Plus Health Plan for Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Bronx. You must have New York State accident and health license, sales experience, and public speaking experience. We have many security guard opportunities as well for residential buildings, banks, and actually we are recruiting for Whole Foods now for security guards in Queens, as well as customer care associates. This is a work from home position that for the Accessoride company, you will be actually, it's sort of a dispatcher / customer care. You'll be connecting passengers with drivers, and you need light data entry skills, about 30 words per minute, and great communication skills. And finally, we need pharmacy techs for CVSs in all 5 boroughs. For that, high school is preferable, and you need basic math skills and excellent communication skills. So if you're interested in any of those and more, I'm going to put my email in the chat. Please email me, and I will refer you either to a virtual interview or to an account manager who will reach out to you to schedule an interview. So thank you again to the Office of the Queensborough President. This has always had great results. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Next up, we have Michelle Jenkins, Assistant Director of Human Resources for Queens Centers for Progress.
Thank you for the introduction, and thank you, Queensborough President's Office, for hosting this recruitment event. This is our 10th time, and it's been very successful for us in hiring people. Queens Centers for Progress is a nonprofit organization that's been around for 70 years. We provide person-centered services and support to individuals with developmental disabilities. We have about 8 different programs, and today we're going to be featuring about 3 of those programs that are looking for essential workers. But before I get into that, let me tell you about why working for Queens Centers for Progress would be ideal for those people who are looking for employment. What we do is we hire not just the worker, we hire the person. And in doing so, we provide ample benefits such as paid vacation time, 18 vacation days, 3 floating holidays, 12 sick days, 12 paid holidays in regards to being able to take off special days for your birthday. We have medical, dental, pension, tax-deferred annuity, life insurance, employee assistance program, telehealth, you know, that's big these days, as well as tuition reimbursement for a bachelor's as well as a master's degree, because we believe in investing in the person, and that in turn will be able to open up promotable opportunities for you. We've also added a new feature. We have a $500 sign-on bonus for those people who are hired with Queens Centers for Progress. So again, we not hire just the worker, we hire the whole person. What we're featuring today is a position called Day Services Specialist. That's to work in one of our classrooms to provide ADL skills, help with life plans. You need to be computer savvy because most of the work is done via computer. You need to be good at this Zoom platform because most of our activities is done via Zoom. It requires a bachelor's degree and at least 1 year of experience and excellent writing skills. The next featured position is called an assistant supervisor for our residential program, and that's to work in conjunction with our residential supervisor and overseeing the day-to-day operations of a 10-bed facility. The position is located in Jamaica Estates, right off of Hillside Avenue. You would have to, it's requiring a bachelor's degree in the human services field and at least 1 year of supervisory experience, as well as experience in working with the adult population. 3 years with the New York State driver's license is preferred. Next position is our pre-vocational trainer. For those people who've never worked in the field and you're looking for a position to transfer your career, the pre-vocational is one where you take your life skills and you're showing a higher functioning individual how to work in the field. You take them to volunteer sites. You teach them soft skills, communication, interpersonal, just how to be kind. Also in the pandemic, we've had to change how we operate. Make sure you have your mask. Make sure you wash your hands. You're socially distant. These are some of the things that you teach our individual. It requires a high school diploma, GED, and a New York State driver's license for 3 years. Last but not least, we're looking for essential workers, direct support professionals. They have been the heart and soul of our program. They are the ones where people were running out, they were running in. They have provided us with much care and compassion for the individuals that live on our center. We are looking for all shifts, evening, 4 p.m. to 12 midnight, early morning, 6 a.m. to 10. Weekends, people who just want to work on supplemental, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. Direct support, they do it all. You play many different roles. You're teaching them, again, life skills. You're working with them in their home. You're teaching them how to operate a washing machine. We're looking for people who want to bake, people to help them just to become independent as a direct support professional. Again, requirements, high school diploma, GED, and it's ideal to have a New York State driver's license for 3 years. However, if you don't worry about it. We just want to make sure we have people who have their heart in the right place and work with our guys. Before I forget, one position came up, a part-time cook housekeeper, 3 days per week to work in our New Hyde Park location. The position, we will teach you how to cook various dishes because you have to follow a menu by a nutritionist. However, if you have a love for cooking, we'd like to hear from you. It does require a high school diploma, GED, and a New York State driver's license for 3 years. Those are the positions we have available. Please check out our website. We have a lot of other positions that I didn't feature today due to time. And also it'll tell you how to put in your application for the position. I am going to list in the chat room my contact information. So if anyone has any questions and if you have a resume and you're interested, please feel free to forward it to me. And I wish all the participants good luck today. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Michelle. Next up, we have Latasha Nash, Human Resource Specialist for New York City Children's Center.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I want to say good afternoon and thank you, Borough President Richards and associates for having us once again for this much needed event. My name is Latasha Nash and I'm the Human Resources Specialist here at New York City Children's Center, Queens. The center, it provides hospital and community behavioral health services to children and adolescents from the ages of 5 to 21 across the city. We have programs in 4 out of the 5 boroughs. So basically, if you love providing compassionate care to children, our facility, New York City Children's Center, needs healthcare professionals, educators, also recreation staff. So some of the key positions that we're hiring for currently but are not limited to, I want to say licensed practical nurses, registered nurses, mental health therapy aides, teachers, as well as recreation therapists. For the nurses, you're going to need license and registration to be current in New York State. For the mental health therapy aides, the requirements are basically just filling out an application, having your GED or high school diploma, and you can, this information can be obtained through the website. We have a couple of websites. So we work under the New York State Civil Service umbrella, where you can find postings to jobs as, tests. So everything is basically, a lot of things are test-based on the New York State Civil Service website. We have a plethora of benefits that's included with these jobs that include like competitive salary with salary enhancements. We have paid vacation, paid personal sick leave. We offer mental, dental, and vision insurance plans. You're part of a New York State retirement defined benefit pension. We have a lot of, and the list goes on basically. We have tuition reimbursement. So all of these things come with, like I said, it can come as easy as filling out an application. The mental health therapy aides start off, all you need is a high school diploma. You can register through, in order to find out more about these jobs, mainly you can go to the civil service website, New York State Civil Service. Also, we have a website here that you can go through. It's omh.ny.gov/employment. Also, my contact information here, I can put it in the chat. You can get directly to me through the HR box. We have HR mailbox where you can send your resume, but it'll be advisable just to go on. Another website that we have is New York State Jobs. So New York State Jobs offers information based on all the New York State jobs, not only in the borough of Queens, but all the boroughs itself. So if you were interested or had someone that's interested, like I said, new graduates, new hires as far as nurse hires are welcome. We're looking for clinicians mainly. So if you know of a clinician at this time, please advise them to come on. This forum has been great. When you apply, please list that you're on your resume or your application that you came in reference, from the Borough President's Recruitment Fair. We thank you again for having us. I can't say enough about, we've had some, positive prospects from this recruitment fair, so we appreciate it, and we hope to continue the partnership. We thank you, and you can contact me. I'll put all the information in the chat if you need. Thank you again.
Well, thank you so very much. We definitely appreciate it. Next up, we have Rachel Pimble, who is HR coordinator at West Hab Inc. Rachel?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Rachel Pimble, as you just mentioned, one of the HR coordinators for Brooklyn and Queens facilities. So West Hab was established in 1981, one of the largest nonprofit organizations in the Westchester County, targeted to assist in affordable and housing and services towards the homelessness. So most of our positions are geared towards social services fields. So I will get right into it. So we are looking for case managers and senior case managers. For our case managers, we're looking for those who have a bachelor's degree in social work, psychology, criminal justice, human service field, considered within a minimum of 1 year of case management experience, working with the homeless, mentally ill, substance abuse, or low-income populations. Bilingual is always a plus. If you're looking for a senior case management position, we're looking for those who have, a master's in social work with 3 years of relevant experience and supervisory experience, as well as bilingual. Spanish is a plus, highly desirable, ability to work some evenings, occasionally weekends as needed. Also, we are looking for both job developers and employment counselors. For both positions, we do require for you to have a bachelor's degree, 2 years experience in sales, marketing, job development, social human services, or employment and training programs, working with disadvantaged adults, and must have a valid New York State driver's license and a car available for work. We're also looking for residential aides. For the residential aide position, a high school diploma or GED is required. Associate's degree is preferred. Food handler certification, and 1 year's experience dealing with homeless or special needs population. Excellent communication skills, knowledge of Department of Homeless Shelter requirements and protocols. We're also looking for majority of our facilities, safety security officers. For that position, you would need a high school diploma or a GED, your security license, a FireGuard FO2, and it is a full-time position with mandatory overtime, meaning that you may be required to work 1 or 2 extra shifts out of the week if scheduled in advance. We need social workers in some of our facilities, preferably licensed clinical social workers. With that, a master's degree in social work from social work or social work facilities. And then also with our benefits, we offer medical, dental, vision. We also offer our 403B, which is great, our Voya retirement plan. We also offer agency-approved holidays. If you are required to work an agency-approved holiday, we do pay our employees double rate of pay. There is always opportunities for growth within West Hab, which is great. So for those who are working as residential aides, that are eventually looking to move up into case management positions, that is available for you. So yeah. If you need to contact me or apply for the position, the best way to reach me is you can email me directly, Rachel.Pimble@westhab.org, or you can just apply directly, which is www.westhab.org. Thank you so much for letting me present these positions today. And they're available throughout New York City, not just Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Westchester County.
Thank you, Rachel. I just want to, before we go to our next speaker, I just want to remind all of those who are in attendance, please, if you have questions, please put them in the chat. Our panelists who are here representing amazing organizations would like to answer them to the best of their ability. So you have the correct information and you can make a determination if it's a good fit. So please put your questions in the chat or in the Q&A box, and we will ensure at the next segment we are able to ask them so that you can see if this is a good fit. Next up, we have Frances Velazquez, who is the Director of Human Resources and Corporate Compliance for Watchguard 24/7. Frances?
Thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. I would like to thank the Queensborough President's Office as well as all the attendees. My name is Frances Velazquez, and I am the Human Resources Director for Watchguard 24/7. Watchguard 24/7 is a security company that was created by John Rafferty in 2009 to be a solution-based security guarding company. This has been the cornerstone of our successful business model. Our experienced and professional staff welcomes the challenges of providing services that resolve issues and maintain our clients' security investment. So today we are looking to hire in our hospitality division. We are looking for fire life safety directors. For that position, you will need to have a particular fire guard, a Z89, an F85. We are also looking to hire in our hotels and residential security concierge. We need school safety security officers. All these positions require a security guard license. We are also looking for security access control as well as security for our construction site. Those require certain certifications as well. I'm going to have all my information in the chat. So if you reach out to me, I'll be able to tell you what each position certification requires. We provide PPE to all our officers and all our sites, and we practice all CDC guideline precautions. If any of these positions sound like something that you qualify for, or if you'd be interested in getting some information, I'm going to have all my information in the chat. Please feel free to reach out to me. I absolutely love answering any questions. I have no problems. I know people sometimes aren't sure about security as a career, but I always tell you, even if you're not sure for this to be a career, you can still be in the field. It's very lucrative to do special events. And this way you get into the business and see if you're really gonna like it or not. So please feel free. Any questions that I can answer, I'll be more than happy to. Thank you and best of luck to everyone.
Thank you so much, Frances. Friendly reminder, please, if you have any questions, to please put them in the chat so we can answer. Next up, we have Bill Clare, a partner for New York Life Insurance. Bill?
Yes, hello, good afternoon, everyone. I want to wish a happy Women's Day to everyone in this month. And there's a lot of leaders that I see on the panel, and I know there are a lot of women leaders out there. So I wanted to wish you guys also. Thanks, Frank, and Borough President Richards, thank you for having us. Well, my name is Bill Clare. I'm a partner of the Queens General Office in Rego Park, Queens, with the great company New York Life. We've been around for 175 years, and we are the oldest, largest mutual insurance company in America. We also have the highest financial rating that you can possibly receive from the rating companies that rate all of us. We just recently also were recognized by J.D. Power for the strength and the annuities that help our day-to-day people that are looking for the security of our annuities. Apologize for the noise. The company is also a Fortune 100 company, even though they're 175 years old. So if you're really going to look for a company with stability, you're looking for a company that's going to withstand the test of time, a company that can handle the situation that we're dealing in and facing with now, for a central service company to not get downsized and outsource, you may want to consider this company if you feel that this might be a good fit. We have excellent benefits, a generous compensation. We have the state-of-the-art training, and we also include an online university. So anyone that's looking to develop themselves, our company has all this built-in resources to help develop you. One thing that I also think it's to mention, because we're in Queens, is the diversity that we have in our company. We have what we call the women's market, the Latino market, the South Asian market, the Asian market, the LGBT market, the Korean market, Vietnamese market, Filipino market, and the African American market. So with all these different diverse markets that the company has, we are servicing the great city of Queens. I also want to talk to you a little bit about the good news I have. We have 4 positions right now available, and we're looking to hire about 50 people this year in our company, in our office. And so the first position is an entry-level position. It's called a life insurance agent. We train you from scratch. We help you get your license. We sponsor you from A to Z. The next position up is a financial service professional, someone who aspires to have more licenses, to take more risk, and to service a larger, wider brand of people. Then we have the associate partner manager. That's for someone who's looking to go into management within our firm. And the last position we have is a direct appointment, someone who's experienced, who is looking to partner their experience with a company and a brand like New York Life. We have the direct appointment position as well. So we're looking for focused, driven individuals that have the entrepreneur spirit, that are aspiring business owners that want more than a traditional 9-to-5 practice. The average income for someone starting new with us is about $75,000. And we're really looking to see whether or not you're someone who's coachable, who doesn't mind being mentored through someone who's been there, done that before. And we are expanding, and while expanding, I hope to see a few individuals that are brave enough to give us a call, send an email, and see that the experience of New York Life is a great experience. And we're looking forward to meet and greet you and hope service you in the years to come. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Bill. We definitely really appreciate it. Want to remind everyone who is listening, who's here, that if there's a lot of different employers, potential employers who are here, and you want to get that list, we do have it in the chat here, but you can also go to queensbp.org/recruitment fair, queensbp.org/recruitment fair. Our next speaker is Shashana Chetty of the Child Center of New York. Shashana?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to the Borough President's Office for hosting this event and inviting us to participate. My name is Shashana Chetty. I am the Senior Talent Acquisition Associate at the Child Center of New York. Child Center was founded in 1953 as a children's counseling center. Since then, we have grown to service over 37,000 children and their families each year, and we work out of over 60 different site locations. We have 6 program areas, and each and every single one of them is now hiring. So to begin with, our behavioral health division, which are mental health and substance abuse clinics, we have 4 of them in Queens, and they are currently hiring both full-time and per diem master social workers, bilingual preferred, but not required. Our early learn programs, we have 4 locations in Queens, 1 in Manhattan, and they are currently looking for substitute pre-K teachers, CDA preferred, but they'll consider you without one. You just need to have previous experience working with pre-K. We are also looking for a family team coordinator. Requires a bachelor's degree 3 to 5 years experience, and fluency in Spanish. Our clinical consultation division, where we work out of the ACS Child Protective Service offices, we are currently looking for licensed master social workers, licensed clinical social workers, licensed mental health counselors, or licensed marriage and family therapists with 3 years clinical experience. And then we're also looking for CASAC 2s with a bachelor's degree. Our Health Homes Prevention Division are looking for full-time mental health workers, requires a bachelor's degree and 2 years child welfare experience. Again, preference given to candidates who are bilingual in either Spanish, Mandarin, Cantonese, or Korean. We have a residential treatment facility, and they are currently looking for childcare workers, requires a bachelor's degree and experience with emotionally disturbed adolescents. That site is located in Brooklyn. And then finally, our biggest division is youth development. That's after school programs, cornerstone community-based programs, as well as school-based mental health. We have several openings across the borough for group leaders, requires a high school diploma and experience working with elementary or middle school kids. We also have several open positions for activity specialists. And then we are currently looking for 2 school-based clinical coordinators, which requires either an LMSW or an LMHC and previous experience working with middle school or high school students. You can find all of our open positions on our website, and that's childcenterny.org/careers, and I'll put the information in the chat box as well. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Shashana. Now, this is the fun part. We're going to go to our question and answer segment. I know some questions were answered live, but I see we have over 100 attendees, and I know there should be many questions. So I look forward to it, and to lead us in that, I will pass it on to Sharon Anderson, who is our Director of Economic Development and the mastermind with coordinating all of this. So without further ado, thank you to our dais, to all our panelists. Thank you for coming and speaking to everyone today about the work of your organization, the job opportunities available for the residents and workers of Queens. And thank you to your organizations for opening the doors and ensuring that families are able to keep roofs over their head and put food on the table and really contribute to our great society and make an impact in our world. So thank you very much. And now, Sharon, feel free to take
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. Good to see all of you. And thank you for joining us. I'll get straight to the questions. We have over 100 participants in the Zoom room today, and over 100 participants have visited our stream. So we're doing really well. Okay, first up, we have someone's asking Nancy. Nancy mentioned a customer service position for her health insurance company. The individual, Sandeep, is asking where can he or she follow up with you? And where could they find that posting?
So they could actually just email me their resume and letting me know which position they're interested in, which in this case would be the interpreter position, and I will send them all the information.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
I'll invite them to interview for that position.
Okay. And that individual can also go to our website to find the links to all of our panelists today that is on the platform today. Mayori is asking, is there any remote work? Are there any positions that allow for remote work? In this instance, Mayori didn't specify what type of job, but I guess something, whatever, customer service maybe. Does anyone have a remote work position?
Queens Workforce has the customer service position. You need to be able to type 30 words a minute, and have internet and a phone, and great customer service skills. And it would be for an accessoride office, but you'll be working from home. You'll be taking, it's inbound calls, you'll be taking calls from passengers and matching them up with available drivers, and then doing some light data entry. So she could definitely, or they could definitely email me their resume as well, and I could set up an interview for them.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Nancy. Noel is asking, is there a position where he can utilize his artistic, illustrative, and graphic design skills? He has a talent for that. Anyone with a position of that kind?
Sharon, we
Yes.
might be getting back. I know we've had in the past a graphic design. I'm gonna have to check on it and still see if it's open. It might be, and it's for fine jewelry and antiques store website in Queens. So if you would like to reach out to me, I could definitely let him know if it's still available.
Okay, so you heard that, Noel. Reach out to Nancy at Grants Associates. Robina is asking about food certificate or food licensing for a food service position. What's required? What's the requirement for food handling and food service? Asking about CAO. Asking from CAO.
Yeah. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for the question. And yes, there are some requirements, but the initial requirement would be to be able to work night, weekends, and holidays. So be totally flexible. And as far as the food service and licensing is concerned, the company would direct you in that, but it would be a plus if you already have certification.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Kenneth Goldberg has a master's in pastoral and counseling. He's asking if there's a case manager or social work position, and would he qualify, and would his master's degree fit or make him qualify for a position in case manager or social work?
You can definitely, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Turning Point has domestic violence counseling positions available, so you can definitely apply through our website, tpny.org.
Okay, thank you, Anika.
And Common Point. Oh, I'm sorry, you go ahead. Yeah, I know you were waiting.
Yes,
ahead,
and also in regards to our case management positions, if you have experience working with the homeless, special population, mentally ill, so if you've done some form of internship or have some experience there, there's definitely opportunity for case management positions with West Hub.
Yeah. And likewise with Common Point. So we have a lot of social services positions open. And I mean, as long as you have the experience managing cases, I think that the soft skills can be applied to many settings. Yeah, so we welcome you to come to our website and take a look at what the internal positions are right now.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, we have several openings for social work counseling position. Okay. This is another question Irene is asking. Is anyone, I think someone on the platform mentioned that you would hire someone who doesn't yet have their license in social work and who's a mental health counselor, right? Someone is framing a question of that sort. Is there any such position available?
Yes, for sure. At CAMBA, we do absolutely hire candidates who don't yet have their licensure and our client care coordinator positions, which we have several of at the moment. The master's in mental health counseling is one of the qualifications we look for. So absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for clarifying that.
And I know other organizations also do that too. But at Turning Point, we don't require license for the social work, just experience and a bachelor's degree is what we look for, though.
Okay, thank you. Are there any online positions for 16-year-olds? You know, summer is coming up, and the summer youth are available. Opportunities. Are there any opportunities for?
Well, Common Point Queens has many opportunities for youth. I know that the Ladders for Leaders program just closed out, which is a wonderful opportunity for children who have, or kids, or we may not want to call them, I have teenagers, they wouldn't like me saying that, but they would, that there are opportunities for kids who have high GPAs. I think they have to have over 3.7 GPA, and they provide wonderful internship opportunities for the fields that they're interested in. And but I think that just closed out. SYEP is still open, I believe, right now. So that is also kind of general for all kids that are interested in working for the summers. And they provide placement for kids in entry-level jobs. And again, that starts as early as 14, but they have to have their working papers, and it goes as far as I think 18 or so, or up to 21 if they're still in college type of thing.
Okay.
So there are various programs. We also have at the Common Point Queens Hub, we also have opportunity use. So people who kind of like fall out, again, like we're really looking at people holistically. So if people fall out of that range where they can't be placed there within that thing because they're out of school for some reason, because you must be in school for those programs, opportunity youth can provide training and placement and vocational training for those children that are falling in between those ages.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you. We have a Mathia. Mathia is asking, and I hope that she was listening to that answer from Common Point Queens. Mathia, I would recommend that you reach out to Common Point Queens. You're asking about an entry-level position for someone without a college degree. So you might want to follow up with Catherine. Okay, the next question comes from Faye Pinto. She is a certified professional coding and billing through AAPC. I have 16 years experience in healthcare as a medical receptionist / secretary. She's interested in remote work if available. Does anyone have remote work for someone with, medical billing experience or?
I'm not sure if it'll be remote, but you could definitely contact me because I know that we do have medical, like administrative and medical billing requests in right now. Okay. So you can definitely reach out to me and then I can kind of hash it out.
Okay.
With Common Point Queens.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is there any bilingual position? This person doesn't say if it's English and Spanish or what bilingual is, but are there any bilingual opportunities for entry level? This individual doesn't have high school.
We have, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Queens Workforce has a number of bilingual, we have a entry-level bilingual marketing reps for Metro Plus Health Plan. You just need to be bilingual, and you could have some customer service experience, as well as the interpreter one I told you about. For that, you will just need the experience and great customer service experience as well. And that they're looking for about 12 different languages. So if this candidate would like to email me, I could work with him on what languages he speaks.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah. We also, Common Point also has a program that we're trying to fill people for entry-level Spanish speakers. And what we're actually, I really love this program because it's for people who we provide support, like ESOL training if they need it. But if the reason why we're looking for people specifically in this health kind of aid position is to go out and gather kind of like community information about health. And they're going into primarily Spanish speaking areas or into people's homes that the people speak primarily Spanish. So it's kind of like this segue where they'll get to speak Spanish, but they'll also get to practice their English as well as they're communicating the stuff back. So it's a beautiful program where we're actually, bridging the gap with the ESOL instruction and then also providing them work to meet them where they're at the moment.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Christopher is asking about banking and business management, bachelor's. He has a bachelor's in finance and 15 years experience. Does anyone have opportunities for someone with finance and banking experience? Oh, those questions will keep popping up. Go on. It's okay. Anyone? No? Okay, here comes another question. Angel has a degree in data analytics and communication. Does anyone have any position that this person can possibly apply for?
As long as the person has great communication skills and isn't strictly analytics, our position would be a great fit for that person who has a little bit of both worlds. They don't mind speaking to people and they don't mind looking at the data and putting the two together, because that's what we do. We look at people's finances, we look at the data, and they have to analyze it. So if that candidate wants to reach out to me to learn more, you can reach out to me. I'll just post what I put in the chat earlier again, and reach out to me at wclear@newyorklife.com. But you're going to see it in the chat. Hope to help you.
Okay, wonderful. Sudeep has a master's degree in biomedical business commercialization and has experience working as a biomedical researcher in drug development labs. Is there anything on the platform today for this individual? And maybe there is some kind of, cross position where they can work somewhere else. I don't know. With that experience in their background.
I'm not sure if Northwell Health might be a good connection for them, because I know that they were recruiting a lot of people there. That might be a connect.
Thank you for that.
And there's also a workforce that specializes in all the healthcare positions. I'm not exactly sure if they would, but if he wants to reach out to the healthcare, it would be, I could put it in the chat actually.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. A remote data entry position. Does anyone have a remote data entry position?
The one that I mentioned before for Global Contact Services is entry level for the assessor ride.
Okay, right. I'm sorry. Okay, great. Let's see. All right, are there any other questions? Anyone has any comment from the platform? Anyone would like to add anything that you might have missed before? Any other questions?
If I can
administrative assistant positions?
Yeah, I just want to touch on the housing coordinator position. So we are looking for anyone, I guess, in experience working with real estate or working with survivors of domestic violence. And if not, just having a background in financial literacy. So again, it's entry level. So if anyone's interested, feel free to email info@tpny.org or visit our website at tpny.org.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, another question just came in. 15 years experience in the fashion apparel industry with a bachelor's in fine arts. Jenny loves technical aspect, but perhaps is looking to switch fields. Is there any kind of technical production positions open, anything of that sort? Or on the administrative side of, fashion industry? No? Okay. All right, I think we've captured all the questions this afternoon. Yeah, captured all the questions this afternoon. I'm sorry, I did mention before, if anyone had any final comments or, something they might not have added earlier.
Yes, I'd like to say something on behalf of Building Skills. Because our work is done in the construction industry, all of our positions, they can't be done at home, so you have to actually go to the sites. Just to protect our workers from the spread of COVID, we do have measures on site to protect you. We did hire COVID monitors where they actually are there to basically enforce and monitor people, doing social distancing. We also do questionnaire checks and also temperature checks before anybody goes onto the job sites. And we also have hand and eye wash stations on site. So just to let everybody know, we are looking to protect our workers and we are looking to make sure everybody's okay first before the work comes. So just always know that safety is very important with Building Skills.
Thank you so much, Calvin, for that. One of our trusted and reliable partners from Empire Vets that hire veterans for different companies and is a conduit for those positions was unable to join us at the last minute today. So anyone, if there's a veteran on the platform or in our Zoom room who is interested in a position, please feel free to go to www.empirevets.com. I'm just, extending our kindness this afternoon in that regard. I believe we have come to the end of our program. Our time has elapsed. Thank you so much to our partners for joining us this afternoon. I hope that our audience finds great opportunities, and I know you bring us great opportunities, and we continue to balance this platform as best we can. Thank you so much again for your partnership and collaboration, and I hope you all have a good afternoon.